Saturday, November 29th, 2025. AGNDD IntelliReport topic. New black and white image of 3I Atlas reveals matching structural geometry and rapid spin waves. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated article-based video. New black and white image of 3I/Atlas reveals matching structural geometry and rapid spin waves seen weeks earlier. By Samuel Lopez, November 28, 2025, USA Herald. Key findings. 1. The latest image confirms a shape we first saw long before anyone realized its significance. 2. Rotational waves now appear to dominate the object's entire coma. 3. And the evidence continues to point away from anything we would call a natural comet. 2 independent observations, separated by weeks, now point to the same structured rotating object at the heart of 3I/Atlas. The image attached to this report is a recently captured, fully vetted, and independently verified frame of interstellar object 3I/Atlas, taken by Rays Astronomy. Although the coloration has been shifted to black and white to reveal fine structural detail more clearly, the image is otherwise completely unaltered. What stands out immediately is how closely this new frame matches the controversial October 21st, 2025 image captured by Astrophoto G. At the time, the October image seemed too strange, too geometric, and too symmetric to make sense. Today, however, with additional data, we can finally evaluate both images together, and the implications are remarkable. Ray's new dataset confirms that the object is spinning far faster than any natural comet ever recorded. His measurements show 2 extended spin waves moving through its coma, both rotating clockwise in perfect agreement with the direction of the coma's global rotation. This is the same rotational behavior that Astrophoto G unintentionally captured weeks earlier in his raw 45-minute stack using a 14-inch Dobsonian telescope. That early image showed a bright central core surrounded by a structured, multi-layered envelope. It also displayed a pattern of radial ridges and sharp internal discontinuities consistent with the presence of wave-like compression fields inside the coma. At the time, there was no framework for interpreting these features. Now, with Ray's spin wave data, those strange distortions no longer look anomalous, they look consistent. In studying Ray's grayscale conversion, what becomes obvious is a coherent shape beneath the coma itself. The bright central region, blurred by gas but not erased by it, resembles a solid, reflective structure enveloped in a thin, active layer. This is not how comets look. Comets produce diffuse, chaotic jets shaped by sunlight and thermal sublimation. They do not maintain stable geometry across observation windows separated by days, much less across multiple independent observers separated by continents. Yet this object does exactly that. The same angular protrusions and the same circular envelope that appeared in Astrophoto G's October dataset appear again, weeks later, under different conditions, different atmospheric transparency, different instruments, and a different phase angle relative to the Sun. That level of geometric persistence is extraordinarily rare for any natural object. Ray's observations of the object rotating on a timescale of minutes rather than hours introduce a new layer of complexity. No natural comet in the historical record has ever been observed spinning this fast. Even the most active cometary nuclei typically rotate in cycles of several hours to days. A minute-scale rotation suggests either an object with very high structural strength, something comets do not have, or a mechanism actively maintaining order within the coma. Ray himself noted that the 2 spin waves appear to originate from a deeper, possibly internal structure, consistent with the possibility that 3I/Atlas contains layered internal components. This matches another underpublicized anomaly, the October observation's nickel vapor signature, which lacked detectable iron. Natural comets do not produce a pure nickel emission with no iron component. Nickel-rich vapor without iron is characteristic of engineered alloys or extremely unusual astrophysical conditions rarely seen outside of supernova debris. Yet this anomaly appears repeatedly, from ESO spectroscopic data to the October Dobsonian frame. The new image further supports the theory that we are not observing random dust illuminated by sunlight, but rather a consistent, solid geometry dressed in a dynamic but controlled gaseous envelope. The object's rotational wave pattern, the persistence of its geometric signature, the unusual chemical readings, the extraordinary spin rate, and the lack of any known natural analog leave scientists with uncomfortable questions. If this is a comet, then it is a comet unlike any described in the scientific literature. If it is a fragment of an interstellar shell or a relic of exotic astrophysical chemistry, then it is one that somehow resists fragmentation while spinning at impossible speeds. And if it is something engineered, then we are seeing a repeating structural fingerprint, one that two independent observers captured weeks apart, aligned in shape, dimension, and rotational behavior. As 3I/Atlas continues its inbound trajectory toward its December visibility window, the need for transparency from NASA, ESA, and the Planetary Defense Coordination Office only grows. New data sets will arrive within days. High-resolution observations are expected to sharpen further as the object brightens. And the question of what this object truly is, natural, exotic, or something else entirely, will become impossible to ignore. Whatever the answer is, the public deserves to be told the truth. I will continue reviewing Ray's dataset, cross-comparing the structural alignment between early and late-phase images, and speaking with independent astronomers who are analyzing the same features. We are closer than ever to understanding the nature of this interstellar visitor. The next images may change everything. Samuel Lopez, https://usaherald.com. With over 20 years of experience in the legal and insurance sectors, Samuel applies his profound legal acumen to investigate and accurately report on the facts.
Thank you for watching this AGNDD Intelli Report, dear viewers. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell button to get notified during new uploads. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers!